grab a book and hold it tight, sharing stories by the firelight.
All right. Okay. Welcome everyone to this nonfiction outline that we're going to work together today on how to get a nonfiction book inside Sudowrite and help us to write and make a polished version of a nonfiction book. So my first question was, is any one of you are or have an idea of a nonfiction book they like to write about? You can write it inside the chat, or you can lift your hands and answer the question. I'll give you a second to answer that. That's great. You can write memoir also inside Sudowrite. I got a few class already on that one. Anyone has technical book instruction on psycho, and yeah, that's a good one. Great. Creativity. Fantastic. All right, so you're in the you're in the right spot for that. Sorry, I have a cough, so hopefully I will not cough too much during the session. So let me get back in here. There's a few things here. So today, what I have for you is my screen changing at the same time? Oh boy. Yes, okay, my screen. You got to love that. Okay. So what I'm doing here is inside the, I'm doing a research right now on Amazon because I need to find a book that I'm basing myself on. And I really have to get that vacuum cleaner to stop vacuuming when I'm doing a class. Just give me a second. Close the office door. Let me get inside my notes here. I did put the book, oh, that one. So the book here, the vault of book topic. This is what I'm basing my research on for today's class. This is one of the authors that I work with, and she's doing a lot of nonfiction books. And she says she has so many books that she wants to write about that she actually made a whole series of 15 books, which goes from arts to psychology, going through computers and finance. And it has tons and tons of idea book topic in it. So we're going to use one of her book and find a topic to work with. And what is great with her book is she's giving you step-by-step instruction on how to go about it. So it's one of the book I'm going to use. So I'm going to switch the screen and you can see inside the book here. So inside the book, and I'm going to close this part here. I can see it. There you go. So that's the step-by-step that she's going through. So she's doing the introduction, and she says by the starting, she's using the watercolor technique to do the book. And she says, okay, the first thing to look for is when you have an idea for a book, you need to find out a concept. So if you have a concept, you go on a step-by-step to figure out about your concept. So what I did inside our document is I went through and looked for a concept that we can work together on this here. So let's go back to this one here. So the book concept that I choose for today says, let's go with the photograph for beginner, an easy to follow guide for covering camera basic, composition, lighting, and editing. Ideal for those new to photography, this book helps readers capture a better photo with a smartphone or digital camera. So I said, okay, this is a topic to go with. Now, we want to find a topic that will actually sell on Amazon. And this is where things get a bit complicated when we're working with so much competition out there. It's the question to ask is it a good concept? So question number one that you go when you find your concept is you get book topic, that means it's proof concept, the photography for beginner, and you put everything there and you go inside. So copy your book concept, the title, and what you want to write about, and you go inside ChatGPT. So most of the stuff we're going to do today is inside ChatGPT because we have to build the whole research before we can bring it inside Sudowrite. And Sudowrite, the inside of Sudowrite will probably be just tomorrow once we do all the research on our book. So let's jump inside that research. So this is basically what I put down here inside that question for ChatGPT, and I have the version which is paid, not the free version. So it says, okay, this is my concept that I want to write about photography for beginners. So the answer from ChatGPT says, yes, this passed the proof of concept, but a long answer is if only if you niche it down. So it says, okay, niche it down. So it's giving me a lot of information on why it's a good concept. It's a big demand. And then it says the niche down, not in full sentence, is giving me these niche down to get a better book that we're going to write inside Sudowrite. It says, okay, first it says, find a device that you want to write about. Because if you want to write about too many devices, as iPhone, digital camera, so on, then it's going to be too big, too wide, and you're going to lose your readers. So there's more and more of those niche down books that will hit the market better than if you go wide. So I says, okay, I went and read all these things here, and I says, well, I have a smartphone, but I'm more like on the iPhone basis. So I'm going to go with something I have. So I says, I chose the iPhone, and I says, I'm a mom, so let's see if I can hit the mother. So I says, I will take the mom. And then I keep going down and read. So is it for social media? Is it for Instagram? Is it for Etsy? Or for, that's not, that's not for real estate. So is it for food photography at home? Or is it for portrait for beginners as well? If I have to go for the outcome, I will go for this one here. So portrait photographic for beginner. And the skill that I'm looking for, so is it composition rules and simplify, the lightning without studio gear? That could have been a good one. Natural light photography also could have been a good one. Editing photo with free apps. Oh, it says that will hit the mother. So it says, okay, that's one right there. It hit me. So it says that's the one I want to go for. Okay, keep on going. So is that niche will use it as travel photography on budget, on blogging, online course, photography personal branding, or family? Well, it's a mom, so we'll go with the family memories. So I says I'm going to choose this one. And I kept on going on this last one here. So it's the photography for women 40 plus, beginner with shaky hands, photography for non-tech people, photography for visual for storyteller, or ADHD creativity. There's a few there, but it says, well, I'm more in this part here. It says these are all the one that I choose. So I went down and I put down my answer here, which you'll find also in question number 2. The answer, you see right here, iPhone photographic basic, photography for mom, portrait photography for beginner, editing photo with free app, photo for family memory. And I says, okay, let's hit this one. So it says perfect. All 6 are passing the POC. So okay, I kept on going with that. So the POC status is that. So it's giving me that the thing that I choose is a 5 crochet. Agree. Very high demand. It's very high competitive. And the buyer intent is strong. The verdict worked best combined with audience and outcome. Photography for mom, we lost 1. It's 4 out of 5. The demand's still high. The competition is medium. So is it good or bad? If there's not a whole lot of book in there, but it's in demand, so we might have a good book to put in. The next one, it says the photography for beginner, it's 3 out of 5. The demand's still high. Competition is high, which is like, So we have to have a very good book if we go inside this one. So this one is for skill focus buyer. It's going to be need tighter angle to stand out. So it's telling us what we need to make sure we have in that book. So we have all those information. So far, do I have any question? Are you still good on following what I'm saying here?
Not seeing any questions in the chat.
All right. So the editing photo for free app, it's 4 out of 5. So we're getting back up inside that demand high. Competition is medium. The buyer cost conscious and practical. The verdict is excellent companion or standalone guide. Okay. So photography for family, 4 out of 5. So medium to high for the demand, medium to low for the competition. So we're still in a very good area. The buyer intention is emotional and gift driven. The verdict is strong, differentiator, less saturate. Okay. And the last one, I'm not too happy with it. It's 2 out of 5. Photography for visual storyteller. It's medium demand. The competition is low, which I can probably still go in it, and hopefully we'll figure out. So it says the creative niche audience. So for someone who really wants to do, I don't know, we say that the one who's doing those sticky book with all the pictures and little words beside it. What we call that again? Does anyone has the answer for that? The crafter do that. They have those books that they put the pictures and the little title beside.
Like a scrapbook?
Yes, scrapbooking or collage album.
Exactly. That will be exactly that. So that's where that would be basically our target on this one here. Okay, so we're going to keep on going because we have an idea of what we can do. So it's a strong commercial combination, high converting. So iPhone photography basic, photography for moms. So now it's giving us a few different things that we can put together. And then it says the best first book option for realistic sales on the first tier will be the iPhone photography for mom or iPhone for family memories or edit iPhone photo with free app. All right, so we keep on going. So if I were to go with this one here, probably we'll try to hit this one possibly. Let's keep on going of what it says to us. It's giving us actually a series of book. So we can go and write small book, mind me. We're not looking for 50,000 words. We're looking for books in around 30,000 words, which doesn't bore the reader and give right to the point the information they need in the nonfiction series. So this is one target number of words we're looking for is around the 30,000. And that was a research done by big firm up there. Sorry, I needed to drink a bit. So it's kind of interesting that now we can actually have a series of books. So keep that in mind, that we can divide this book in 5 different books. So let's keep on going with this. So the next question I had, so we're on question 2, we're going to go on question 3. As you know, we are building up our research still. So question 3 is what we are looking for. It says, okay, first, because at the end of this, sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. So at the end, it says, here's a straight talk. The iPhone is traffic. Mom and family is money. The editing is low friction purchase, and storytelling is a long-term brand value. So what do you want next? Pick one and lock the exact Amazon facing niche. Create a POC. What is a POC here? I have to figure out what you mean by POC.
POC, proof of concept.
Thank you. Now someone is listening very well. Now, the next thing is design a series funnel, which we found right there. And then build a Sudowrite outline and a research prompt. Your move. Says fine. So right now what I want is the iPhone photography for family memoir. The targets are the mothers. And what I want, I need to compare those books. So it's going through, it's not perfect for the proof of concept, but we can manage if that's really what we want to write about. What we want is this part here. We want to get the ISN or the ISBN that are similar to our proof of concept on Amazon. So the question is, get the ISN or ISBN of similar book on Amazon on this book. And because you are in ChatGPT, it's going to keep going with the same conversation you have. So he knows what we're talking about. And here's giving me the proof of concept with the book which are similar to what I want to write about. So it says here some similar book on Amazon that can help you validate the market of your idea of iPhone photography for family memory targets the mom, including all the ISM. So it's giving me all these books. One thing that it did not give is the ISN number. So when it does that, you basically click on the book and it's going to show up on the side. Are you still seeing what I'm seeing on my screen? Just making sure I'm not, okay, yeah, you do. And you go here on Amazon and you go visit. You see the Amazon page? When you go to the Amazon page, you go down until you get to, here you can see that's done by a publisher for dummies. And the ISN, you go for the 10 number and you copy that number. All right. That number, once you have all your number, and that's what I did here on my question number 3. These are all the books that we got in our research with the price. And I went down beside each of them and I put the ISBN for each book. I went and click on each of them and make my research. And some of them is the ISN. Sorry, like this. So far, so good. So the chat understand those ISN number or the ISBN number. It gives the chat the right to go in and read inside Amazon. So what I want to know about these books. So now I need a in-depth research report that dive deep into the psychic of your target customer or my target customer, so you can create a top quality book in your market. I want to know what the customer wants and what to avoid in a book based on the feedback on Amazon. And then I put the book that are similar to the one I want to write about with the ISBN or the ISN that belong to it. So far, so good. So
Yep.
here it says, below is index customer psychic plus what readers want and what to avoid research report. So book idea, iPhone photography for family memories, target mom, busy, emotional, practical. Important limitation, straight talk. Amazon project page are returning server error. Okay, it's giving me an error on this one. Which one it gave me an error on? One of the book gave me an error. Doo-doo-doo. Your buyer really is okay. So one of the book gave me an error, but the one of them did work here. So who your book really is, psychic wise, core. I'm the family historian. If you don't capture it, disappear. I want the photo to feel like love, not a blurry crime scene. That's interesting. Emotional driven, the fear of missing it. Kids change fast. Oh yes, that does. Moment don't repeat. The guilt pressure. Other mom photo looks better. Legacy photo for grandparents, future self, keepsake, control. I can control the chaos, but I can control the camera. All right. The real pain behind I want better photo. Kids move fast, blur missing shot. Indoor light is awful, grain, weird color, shadow. Moms are really not in the photo. Photo stays trapped in phone, never print or shared, because most of them, they don't like their photo. Overwhelm, too many settings, too many apps, too many options. So that kind of bring our book to a smaller version of what we're looking for. It does, you know what I see there, that things that we have to avoid and things we have to include to make the life easier for taking pictures. So the outcome of our job in our book is to have crisp photo on moving kids, flattering photo in bad indoor light, natural skin tone, not orange, green, or gray, candid emotion, no stiff posing, simple editing. So it's giving us all kind of things. So the anti-job also, what she doesn't want, gear talk, lens story. So they don't want all those technical, hard to understand words that we put inside the phone. They don't want to know about the pro photographer language. They don't want complex editing pipeline. Wow, that's going to be interesting to write that book. App list that costs money, so they want the one which is free. Advice that assume time, quiet, and cooperation. So this is interesting of what they do not want to see in the book. So what the Amazon says, the buyers really praise the market, what it includes. So now what do we have to include in our book? Fast win in the first 20 minutes. Do this today and your photo improve instantly. Mom buy for speed, not mastery. 10, fix this now, cheat sheet. So we're going to have a cheat sheet. Before and after example, if your photo look like X, do Y to troubleshoot. Step-by-step iPhone specification action. Beginning smartphone, book success, when they translate concept into taps in setting. Let's keep on going. Description. Explicitity, cover composition, lightning, portrait, editing app, the core pillar for people accept. Must include exact camera feature by function, not model obsession. Okay. Now what we will have to put in that book, that when you use an iPhone and when the feature change, it's possible that it's not exactly as their phone setting will be, because with year by year, the setting may change. So like one of the teacher says at the start, as of today, this is what you can do. Possibly now your phone have different setting, but find the one which is the best there. So why did you choose ISBN with 10 number? Because he has a tendency to not understand the three first number, which is normally 978 with the dash. So somehow it's the computer and chat and other search engine don't get it. So that's why we take the 10 number. But it does understand the ISIN a lot better, I tell you that. You're welcome. All right, so where was I here? So we have that. Family photo reality chaos proof. This is where you beat generic iPhone guide. Image rock position and the awkward family photo, everyday detail, baby and pets. That one I can understand because they move so fast. Even the baby says you take a picture and they come to you. Signal strong demand for on-pose real-life photo moments. So that's going to be interesting to see what they have. And what I like is they have all those little things there. You can go deep even more inside your research. Keep on going here. So must include toddler sprinting, birthday candle, school play, pet plus kids together, bedtime light, kitchen light, Christmas tree light. I didn't think about these, but this is really good idea. How to get the shot without stopping the moment. That's a good question too. So that's going to be, I'm going to be interested to really finish that book. I know that for a fact. A simple editing plan for free tool. Competition often mention editing app and quick improvement in a few tap. Google Play. Another one to go in and maybe make more research. Your edge is only free, only what matter to family memories. So what we want to go for is really free app. This is what will make that book a top book. 5 minutes, so must be include a 5-minute edit flow, the light, the color, the crop, the export, the natural editing rule, and we keep on going. It's already 3:34, and I want to get a bit farther down inside of this. Along this research, it's a fairly long research. So we can keep on going and read every single part of it, or we can go to the next part of this here. So question 4, we did that. We will be on question 5 of what we get all these together here. So back onto our book over here. I will change the screen and we'll go back inside our book here. Step by step. So we did our research. Now what do we really want in our research? So a research example that we have here in the book that she gave us. We want a really in-deep research story. Oh, not sorry, but example. How we would get this here inside our program. Let's switch back to desktop number 2. At the bottom here is giving us the top 25 demand list, exact phrasing. So I keep typing the alignment for the photo. No, what I want is a really in-depth research to write that book. So what would be the, hold on a second, I'm going to read the chat. So any particular reason you choose ChatGPT or not? The in-depth information, I can choose ChatGPT or I can go with Gemini. And I'm going to show you that. So we have Gemini. What screen do you guys see here? So you see my Gemini. So now, what will be the main question to ask? Oh, I just did a small bubble on my computer. I'm going to get this here. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to manage a research for me. And I'm going to take the one from the book and ask to transfer the research the same way that it has in the book, but with what we have above. So here is an example of research I need based on the above info. Here an example of research. Space here. I'm going to go get my proof of concept on top. Can you read the question for me, Jeff?
Sorry, I was going to respond to Ray's question about any particular reason using ChatGPT versus Gemini. Personally, it's a matter of preference, which LLMs you have paid subscriptions for, which ones you feel most comfortable with. Manon uses ChatGPT extensively, and for her, it is a very fantastic tool. I've been using Gemini since the early days when it was still called Bard. So I'm very much in tune with using Gemini. I would do this exact same research there. You're not going to get precisely the same response from each one, but you will get very good research information from whichever model you choose to use. So it's a matter of your preferences there. I would say that especially for doing a nonfiction book where you're looking to do this kind of stuff on Gemini, you'll want to go in and choose the deep research tool to let it really dig in, do a lot of pulling, and let it generate a lot of heavy duty research information for you.
Exactly. I don't think I can answer that any better than what Jeff told you there. So as you can see, it's giving me a lot of information by asking. So if there is a book out there, or if you get the book, the book vault, where you see that research, I'm going to share the book vault. She did a really good work on that. She's giving you an example of a research here. The research is on a smartphone photography. All I did is I copied the research and I brought the research inside ChatGPT. And I says, okay, this is what the example of a research I'm looking for, but I want it based on my proof of concept. And I pass that in, my proof of concept, and the copy of what the research looked like. And is answering me, is giving me, and I'm going back because you're not seeing what I'm showing you. It's going to. So now he's answering me the proof of the research I'm asking for. It's not as deep as I would like to, but now I have everything that I'm looking for. From that, I will do exactly what Jeff just said. I would copy this, and I will go in the plus sign here, and I will go in deep research. I will pass down everything beside the, what's the bottom, what it says the bottom? If you want now, I can do the book ready table, content. No, I don't need that. So I'm going to delete the bottom part, if you allow me to. We'll go on the top. Now, give me the full research I need to write my book. Sure, comprehensive research is very nice. Please provide the comprehensive research I need for my book. Now, often is going to ask you 10,000 questions before you go and give you what you're looking for. So to provide the most valuable customer research report for your book, Photography for Beginner, could you please confirm that should I focus on feedback and review, especially from Amazon listing you previously mentioned? Or should I expand the research to include a broader set of beginner photography book across Amazon? What do we think we should do here? We stay with the concept we have? I don't think we should go wide. So I think we should stay on what we have.
Let's stay with the niche that you've already got narrowed down, because that'll give you a clearer idea of how your book is actually going to perform.
Number 2, are you primarily targeting smartphone user, digital camera user, DSLR, or mix of both? No, we are smartphone. Smartphone users. And 3, do you want a final output similar in depth and style to your previous smartphone photography secret report? Do you want the final output similar in depth and style to your previous smartphone photographic report? So I think he sees the one I did long ago. Interesting. I guess I will say yes. These details ensure customer research. Yes. Is there a question? All right, now we know it's going to the deep research. Doing this. Let's see if we can get, now if I can get a full copy thing here for this guy. Copy. And let's go in Gemini, see if it's going to be able to do this here. We might have a bit of problem because we don't have all the information above. We're going to give it some information above. Copy this. Hopefully that's enough. It's giving us phase for the book.
I think you forgot to click the tools to do the deep research on it.
You're right on that. Okay, yes, and it's very expand. Okay, let's copy and let's see if we can get the tools and go to the deep research. Why did I start a new chat? All right, I guess I have to start a new chat. Interesting. I don't want image. I just want a deep research. Deep research. Let's see how ChatGPT is doing. It's doing pretty good for research. You can see on the side when he's doing this deep research, what's happening, where he goes and find all the information. This is the longest part of getting your research to start writing your book. This is the most important part also to bring inside Sudowrite is that deep research. When that is done, I will show you how we're going to go about that. How's this one doing? During this is happening, do you understand what we're doing so far and where we're going with this? Do you have any question? So far, so good. So these questions that we have in here and all the results, you can take them all and we're going to put them inside a Word document. In the Word document, as much information as you can get on your subject, we're going to bring that Word document inside Sudowrite. Most likely that will be tomorrow. And from there, we're going to write the book inside Sudowrite. But all these, it's very important to know if the niche you're writing about, if it's too big, it's not target to customer and things like that. So things to narrow down, make the research that's required for you. And sometimes it's very frustrating sometimes because when you says, it would be so interesting for me to write that book, but there's no reader for it. So, and then you have to go in a different path to nail down your customer or your readers. But this is part of the game. So we are on 7 resource. So it's going deep inside that research, which is great. What's about our other guy here? Try again. Huh?
Oh, no, it's just saying, it's giving you the same basic, like ChatGPT had you answer questions
Yeah,
before it started doing it. This is just giving you the outline of what it's going to do, and then you hit start research, and now it's going to do the same thing that ChatGPT was doing.
okay. But I didn't see any question. It was just says start the research.
Right. It didn't ask questions. It gave an outline. This is what I'm going to do, and it gives you the opportunity to edit that so
Okay.
that if you saw, okay, this is not exactly where I want this to go, I need to change this a little bit, you can edit it before hitting start research, and then it will focus in on whatever edit you've made.
Okay. I kind of like what is going. So this one is going to go in all those others. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, it does a pretty deep dive. It hits a lot of different websites, different resources.
So ChatGPT will very go and stay normally. Right, it's doing a lot of deep dive in a lot of other places too. We just
Right.
don't see as much. So if we go this way here, but on this one you can tell where it's going.
Yeah. Also, if you notice over on your chat GPT, it said 12 sources there.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Gemini, that's a whole lot more than 12 sources that it's hitting. So it is definitely taking a very broad spectrum search.
It's really, really wow. That's going to be interesting to write that book, guys.
You will definitely have to thank Marie for the suggestion in her book. That's a good idea she provided there for you.
Yeah, it's really and she also during we are waiting for that, I will show you the next step that she does in the book. So once she get the research done, and she has deep research like that, and she's using ChatGPT and this one too to do her research, then she's asking the vision. So when she goes for the vision, she says, all right, so we need a book title, a subtitle, and what's the vision for your book? What's your vision? You want to write a book, but you must have a vision for it, and your target audience. But that we already have.
Moms.
We said that's for the moms. So, all right. So here, the bestseller book title. So she did the research and she put those questions in after the deep research was done. And she got some answers. So Snap Like a Pro, Smartphone Photography Secrets, or Shoot Brilliance, Master Your Smartphone Camera. She has a different research than we do. For us, she went for Smartphone Photography Secrets. For us is the mother and time-sake pictures. But we get the how she goes about it. Then we have the subtitle to put on the book. So they gave us 3 different subtitles. And these questions we're going to ask as soon as the deep research is done, because based on the deep research, we can say, okay, based on these research, give me 3 good titles for that book, 3 subtitles, and a good vision. So here she has a vision for the books, a joyful, beginner-friendly photography guide that transforms any smartphone user into a confident, creative visual storyteller. From blurry frustration to instant-worthy brilliance, this book gives readers the tool, mindsets, and encouragement to take better photos every day without spending a dime on extra gears. So this is a nice book vision. And you can see that you can put that on a blur in the back of the book or something around the book cover or inside the book. There's a few places inside the book, could be a dedication or something like that, that you can put that in. Then she's going back again for more target audience. So she asked to go even deeper in the target audience. So here the ChatGPT, after all the research it did, says here, I think it's good for teen, 15 plus to young adult, the generation Z, the millennial, with Instagram and TikTok and or Snapshot. They use that. The hobbyists and creative using their phone. I'm going to check how we're doing inside the research. It's getting there. It's on 12 resource. Sorry, guys. All right. And then the secondary one is adult between 40 and 55. So it's going a bit deeper. Age group 15 to 45 years old, teen, millionaire, da da da. So she's putting everything here. Now she says the tone of that book that we're going to write about: friendly, non-technical, motivational. You've got this. Encouraging rather than critical, celebrate imperfect progress. Confident and current, pop culture aware but not slang heavy, which basically goes to avoid all those technical long term that can put people to sleep. Why this can be a bestseller: massive research volume, smartphone plus photography plus beginner is a big demand inside the Amazon research. Evergreen appeal. Everyone take pictures. Everyone wants them to be better. Yeah, that's true. No barrier to entry. Readers don't need to buy gears. So that people will be happy that they don't have to buy more stuff. Let's see here. think the research on ChatGPT is done. Okay. So let's jump on to our research, shall we? So we have our research. So it's giving us the introduction, beginner, buyer, consistent wants, the Amazon research, the buyer motivation. Haha, I really like that. Positive book quality, what earned praise, the jargon-free, step-by-step progression, visual example that prove the point, real-world lightning help, position, trends. The negative book quality, what caused low rating, so what to avoid. Too technical, too soon. Too basic, padded, repetitive. That's for sure, they don't like the repetition. No practical bridge from concept to action. Over indexing on one device type. Editing section that assume expensive software. We don't want expensive software, we want free. Outdated reference. That's the place where we have to be careful when we write the book. The topic to include the high conversion that they want to see. Exposure triangle made practical. Focus and sharpness mastery. Sorry, my dog is barking. Hopefully you don't hear it. Lightning fundamental. Composition basics. Portrait basic. Can you hear my dog, guys?
Not at all.
Okay, good. Trust me, I can hear her. Portrait basic, editing for beginners, problem solving, playbook, a sample practice plan. Topic to exclude, deep gear talk, long story photography, so they don't want to know all the story about photography, advanced studio lighting, desktop heavy editing. I'm going to take some water. It was one of those guys. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Ray. You buy the book. Which book? The one on
This one.
Amazon. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, where we are. Target audience, about the reader, new camera owner, smartphone shooter, memory keeper, creative and small business owner, gift recipient. The psychographic, how they think. That's interesting. Understanding their mindset help tailor the tone and the content of your book. A result-oriented learner. They're not reading for academic interests. They want to take better photo as the end result. If a section doesn't clearly connect to improve their picture, they'll lose interest. And that's true. So we have to get right to the point. Fear of missing up. Many are hesitant to experiment outside of auto mode due to fear of getting worse results. That's an interesting. So see all that interesting deep research we have. We can go. Normally I will take my. Oh wow, that's a big one. What I do normally is I copy everything and I take my Speechify and I'm listening to all of it. We don't have the time to do that. Let's check our Google research. So, executive summary, section 1, competitive landscape and Amazon research. Negative quality and complaint, lack of this for form over function. How big is this one? Detailed pain point or an objection. It's an interesting way of putting it. Hybrid ecosystem. Export to sheet. navigation and ecosystem, pedagogical strategy, how beginner learn. It's almost like an outline right there. Proof content architect, part 1. It's an outline. He's giving us an outline here and a title. Oh, wow.
And then if you over on the left-hand side of your screen, click the copy there, and you can just paste that into a Word doc to have it saved off there.
Yeah, that's what it. So that's what we're going to do because this is what we need to do our book anyway. So let's go in here. We're going to go inside. I have to open a new window. I'm going to close a few of these here. Open a new window, go inside here, get a doc. We're going to create a new doc and we're going to pass in nope, he didn't like that.
Okay. It did, so it didn't do it from there. So then up on the upper right where it says share and export, and you can just export straight to Google Docs.
That's better, if that's what it is. There we go. Oh, I like that. So I'm going to share that with you guys. Let's put that in the chat. Chat. Where's the chat? We're already almost at the top of the hour. I will do the same thing with this one here. I will create another one, but I will just delete this guy here. And pass the chat GPT. Hello. Is it too big? I did click the right one. All right, so we can download this one as a document directly, which I will have to, because I don't think I can copy this like that. I will have to go in here. Where is it? Open. This is where it's a bit more complicated. I want to import. You have to go in the drive to do that. New file. And I want the download. Where's my download? Sorry guys, I have to go in the download and bring it in. There we go, it's right there. There we go. So now we have both research. And I'm going to share that with you. Put that in a chat.
Manat, could you also put those links at the bottom of the class notes document?
Yes, I will. So, we already at the top of the hour. I could keep going. We already lost one person on top of the fact that I had a hard time to get in today. What I will do after that is taking those research and ask the question about the best title and get all the information inside our research here. Probably put it on top over here and then bring it in tomorrow inside Sudowrite. So what do you think? We stay on this and come back tomorrow and finish the book?
I think so.
How do you feel, Ray? Yes, perfect. So that's giving you time to read all those reports. We have like 17 pages on this one, and we have 17 pages on this one. Both of them have 17 pages. Interesting. To see what part is good and what part is not. I might even go farther than that. I might bring both of those research together inside my ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to merge the report together and put what's missing from one to the other together and have a master report for tomorrow. How's that?
Ah,
Because it's very hard to bring both report inside Sudowrite and says, hey, let's write a book on both of those. We could do both books with both different research, but we want to make one book. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take both of them and I'm going to bring them inside ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to merge them and rewrite it in one full document. And I will get back to you on that tomorrow. And we're going to keep going and bring all that inside Sudowrite and write that book. How's that? Perfect. On this, I wish you a beautiful evening. I want to thank you very much, Jeff, my co-host. He's doing a fantastic job with me tonight. So my name is Manon Doucette, and I love doing deep research like that. It's something I can do all day long, research, read, and get book out there for people to read. And that's what they say. You don't have to know the concept you are writing about. As long as you do the research and learn as you go, you can actually be the best teacher in the book you try to write. Make sense? So on this, I wish you good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Underneath the Christmas lights, with family by my side, we gather round the starry night, in laughter, love, and pride. The scent of hot cocoa fills the air, warming hearts with every sip. Stories weave through the evening glow, and friendships take a trip. I need a holiday, let the world fade away, with stars shining bright and our hearts in flight. We'll dance through the night with joy inside, creating memories to hold tight. Authors dreaming under moonbeams, crafting tales we long to share. Writers with their hopeful schemes, inspiration fills the air. With friends gathered near, we write our songs. In this moment we belong. The magic of this season calls us home, where we know we're never wrong. I need a holiday, let the world fade away, with stars shining bright and our hearts in flight. We'll dance through the night with joy inside, creating memories to hold tight. Let's chase the laughter lingers like sweet memories.